In this video, we are going to see about a continuous integration and continuous delivery. Let's see what the topic we are going to discuss in this video. What is CICD? Why we need CICD? Benefits and phases of CICD and the life cycle. So before moving to this, what happens before? So in Jenkins, we see the concept called CICD. Let's see. Let's have three developers at different location working on same project. They used to commit the code at different times. Thus, it makes delay in development as it takes time for integration and testing the code when before the Jenkins. So to overcome these delay issues, they came up with the concept called Jenkins. Then the Jenkins adopted continuous integration. That is, three developers commits the source code at different time. Whenever the code commits happen, automatically the source code is validated, tested, and the CI server of all the tested is passed. It will move to the tester. If not, again it's sent back to the developer when build fails. Once again, the tester will test the source code for the bugs. If any error returns, it's sent back to the developer for Jenkins. So this is what happened when Jenkins adopted the continuous integration. So what is continuous integration and continuous delivery? Continuous integration and continuous delivery, which are key practice in modern software development, aim to automate our process of software delivery. Continuous integration involves the frequent merging code changes into a shared repository. When automated tests and runs are detected errors early in the development cycle. So in the early stages only we can see the errors. These help maintain code quality and reduce the integration problems. Continuous delivery automates the deployment process. It's also automate the deployment of process, ensuring that every code changes that passes testing is automatically prepared to release for production. Together, CICD enable development teams in deliver updates more frequently and reliable response to user feedback and maintain continuous levels of code quality. These integrated approach enhance collaboration and it reduce the risk associated with manual deployment because of automation and accelerate the overall software deploys life cycle, ultimately leading to better software products and improved user satisfaction. So why we need a CI/CD? To optimize any software development process, the team required a high quality software and greater reliability. By automating the integration, testing, and deployment phases, the CI/CD reduce the manual errors, shorten feedback, and ensure that code is always in a deployed state. These automation allow developers to detect and address issue early in the early stage. The developer can detect the errors, improving overall code quality. These facilitate faster release cycles, helping business respond more quickly to customer needs, market demand, and new opportunity. Overall, by enhancing productivity, reduce risk, and accelerate innovation of the software development. What are the benefits of CI/CD? So, it's a fast delivery, better code quality, less risk, and more efficient work. So, faster delivery, new features and fixes can be released quickly, helping team get updates to user faster. Better code quality. Automate test catches bugs early, ensuring only high quality codes gets deployed. Less risk. Frequently, small updates are easier to manage, reduce the changes of more issues. If something goes wrong, it can be fixed or rolled back easily. More efficient work. Automation saves time by reducing manual work, allow developer to focusing on code instead of repetitive task. So helps team to work faster, deliver better software, and avoid big problem in the production. So this is the CI/CD phase. Source build test comes to CI integration, and deploy add to continuous delivery. So the CI/CD pipeline consisting of several pages are the first the source code version control phase. Developers commits code changes to a version control system like Git, which triggers the pipeline. Next, the build phase, where the code is compiled and packaged into a deployable artifact to ensure it is ready for deployment. In the test phase, automate tests are executed to catch any bugs and verify the code correctness. After that, the code is deployed to a staging environment in the deploy phase, where it is tested in an environment similar. If needed, approval may be required before processing to production. Adding an extra layer of validation in the deploy phase, the code is automatically deployed to the live production environment. Finally, in the monitoring phase, monitoring tool ensure that the application runs smoothly and detect any issues after deploying. These phases together help automate and streamline the development process while maintaining quality and reduce risk. So the next is uh, life cycle. This is a life cycle of a CI/CD pipeline. The first one is commit change. This is the first step where developer make changes to the code base and commits these changes to a version control system like Git. This could include features, addition, bugs, or improvements. Next one is trigger build. Once a change is committed, the CI/CD system automatically trigger a build tool like Jenkins. Um, will detect the commit and starts the build process. This reduces manual effort and ensure immediate feedback. Build. During the build stage, the build code is compiled, dependency and fetched, and the application is packaged into an executable or container image if you are using a Docker. The build is essential to ensure that the changes integrate well with the existing code. Notify of build outcome. After build process, the system sends a notification indicating whether the build was successful or failure. This is a crucial for developers to quickly identify any integration issues or build errors. So the next is run test. Automated tests are run to ensure that the new changes do not break existing functionality. Unit test, integration test, or end-to-end test can are a part of this process. This test validates the quality of the code and its functionality. Notify of the test outcomes. Similar to the build process, a notification is sent after test is completed, reporting the success or failure. Failed tests need to be addressed by developer before proceeding further in the pipeline. So the next one is deliver build to environment. Once the test passes, the pipeline delivered to build an environment testing or evaluation. This step ensure that the build is in a deploy state. The last one is deploy where necessary. If all checks are successful, the build can automatically or manually deploy to the production environment. This final stage makes the changes available to the user, completing the cycle of the continuous delivery. So this all about the CI/CD.